Hello, good afternoon my dear students. Welcome to one more amazing session from Sri Chaitanya Academy Infinity Lane NEET YouTube channel. This is Suresh, faculty of chemistry. आज हम चर्चा करने वाले हैं re-NEET re-rise का coordination compounds. This coordination compounds is going to be very important when you open your NEET examination paper. Maybe in the first 5 questions, definitely one question will be there from coordination compounds. So whatever the coordination compound question may be, so it is all depends on the types of bondings that you see in the coordination compounds. So I want to bring in today's class about this coordination compounds bonding, which includes Werner theory and VBT and crystal field theory. So why late? Please just attend the class, and we are not promoting anything here, just only genuine components and genuine subject, and follow the subject. Write any noteworthy points and tips and tricks are there in the middle of the class. Thomas, how are you? And those who are online, please like the session, share with your friends, and subscribe to Sri Chaitanya Academy NEET Infinity Lane YouTube channel. And come on, let's start without delay. Okay, please like the session, and you just press this bell button so that आगे आने वाले के क्लास भी आपको information मिलेगा. Okay, so बच्चों, Thomas Edison and those who are online, and you are all preparing for your re-NEET examination. So जो हुआ होने दो. So May 3rd it is done, and we have to write the re-examination again. We have no option, and we take this opportunity for this re-NEET examination for rejuvenate and improve your score. Definitely for 2026 June 21st re-NEET examination is going to be same standard as May 3rd has been happened. And I want to tell you the difficulty level. I want to emphasize the difficulty level of NEET, re-NEET. It is going to be little 5 to 10%, maybe 15% can be increased. Focus on problem solving strategies and be clear with your concept clarity, and don't restart, reread everything, and we will do it in this YouTube channel. Just quick concept revision, So if you want to study valence bond theory, again it takes 3-4 hours, but in 1 hour I want to just complete all these Werner theory, valence bond theory, crystal field theory. Are you there in online? Those who are online, please like the session, and please share with your friends and subscribe to Sri Chaitanya Academy Infinity Lane NEET YouTube channel. And without delay, we'll talk about theories. There are 3 theories majorly. We have to get a question, and also we'll do some questions in meanwhile. And Werner theory, Alfred Werner is said to be father of coordination compounds, and he just studied Werner series. Cobalt chloride is dissolved in ammonia and recrystallized to get the crystals of various experimental conditions, and he got the idea about the primary valency and secondary valency. So metals in the coordination compound show 2 types of valencies. They are primary valency and secondary valency. So the metal is the electron acceptor and the ligand is the electron donor, ताकि दोनों का बीच में coordinate covalent bond जैसे आपको पता चलेगा dead to bond होगा. And this primary valency is linked by, normally it is linked by ions, counter ions, and these are ionizable ions, and it is anything outside the square bracket, it is said to be primary valency, central atom, and this is a secondary valency. So primary valency is said to be ionizable valency. It is a variable. And talking about, you can see primary valency is indicated by dotted line and secondary valency indicated by solid line, right? And why, sir, we know it already, and why you are teaching everything, you want me to study like this? So these are such a sensitive points where you can see which of the following is true, which of the following is incorrect, and among the following the statements you have to pick. Actually you can do that if you are confident in the subject. Bacho, so revision means it is a statistic revision. A secondary valencies are non-ionizable and is indicated to the day 2 bond. It is equal to the coordination number and it is fixed. And you can see a metal and a ligand. This is a fixed one, and the 6 is the number of monodentate ligands that is attached to the complex is said to be a secondary valence. Hope you are understanding. This is a live interactive session. Bacho, you can use the chat box and you can ask doubts during this session and any academic session, anything related to NEET. Every question asked by you is going to be honored from our side. Okay, bacho, here one more example I want to say. Here it is a secondary valency, it is a primary valency. Secondary valency is a fixed valency and a primary valency is an ionizable and it is a variable. Bacho, you can see it is the secondary linkages at characteristic spatial arrangements. So primary valency has no direction while the secondary valency has its direction, so that around the central atom it is arranged in such a way that it gives a particular geometry to the complex. If it is a coordination number 6, you can see the octahedral arrangement of the secondary valency. Okay, fine bacho, clear? Any doubt? You can ask if you have any doubt bacho. And I am expecting questions from us. It is a live interactive session. When the class is going on and you are also preparing well, when you prepare, half-minded you prepare, rest of the half of the mind, you know, it is half occupied with turbulence, dilemma, confusion and peer pressure, examination pressure, everything. And if the best remedy to come out of the pressure is talk to anybody. Talk to your mother, talk to your father, siblings, and talk to your teacher. In this YouTube live session, you can just type the text so that I can interact with you. And you can see now structure of CO, NH3, 5, Cl and Cl2. So here you can see in the previous one, 3 primary valencies. I can see 1, 2, 3. And in this, I couldn't find 2 primary valencies, bacho. And another structure, I can see only 1 primary valency. Samajh mein aa raha hai kya? Clear? That is going to be the best. And also the difference between the primary valencies and secondary valencies. So do you have to write the differences between these two? No need. Actually in the NEET examination, it will be asked which of the following is true for primary valency and secondary valency. If you have this table with you, you can do the best. Primary valency is dotted line, secondary valency is solid line. Primary valency is equal to oxidation state and secondary valency is equal to coordination number, and primary valency has no direction and it is ionizable, and secondary valency has a direction, it is non-ionizable. Are you getting or not? Please give a thumbs up and fire emoji in the chat box so that the session Josh is going to be increased. And moving ahead, these are the complexes it is given in the NCERT. And by keeping the primary valency palladium 4 so that its complex when experimentally 2 AgCl is precipitated, so that its complex is going to be PdNH3 4 and you can write it as Cl2. You want to do this and it is going to be nickel H2O 6 times and it is going to be Cl2. Like that, depend upon the number of moles of the precipitate of AgCl that is formed, you can get the relevant formula of the complex that is formed, and based on that in the NEET examination, bacho, in the NEET examination, you will be asked about the conductivity. More the number of ions, more will be the conductivity. You will be asked about IUPAC nomenclature. You will be asked about the specific particular isomers that can be formed, and it can be with connected to valence bond theory and it can be connected to crystal field theory. So this is the basis of the Werner theory. Are you getting or not? Clear? It can help you a lot. Understand the number of moles of the AgNO3 precipitates as AgCl can give you the input and insight how to open the question and give a straightforward answer and a precise answer, right? If you have any doubts, please let us know. Now, the volume in milliliter of 0.1 molar AgNO3 required, so for complete precipitation of chloride ions present in 30 ml of 0.01 molar solution of CrH2O 5 times Cl and Cl2 as a silver chloride is close to. So, if it is done, it is going to give 2 AgCl precipitate, 2 mole of AgCl. You can calculate it from here, isn't it here? So, it is also connected to stoichiometry. And also, if you get a question directly from the NEET examination, the toughest question you can get at this level. Do you agree? And the answer is A over here and the correct. Fine. Thomas. And coming to the valence bond theory, Linus Pauling, 1931, he has given. The major takeaway from this valence bond theory is hybridization and the magnetic behavior. ये study करना कैसे है? So formation of a complex. Now the ligand is a Lewis base, electron donor, and the central atom is a Lewis acid. When the bond is formed between these and the central atom makes it available d orbitals and forms a desired hybridization. So, how do we know that desired hybridization? Based on the magnetic moment. So, VBT utilizes the concept of hybridization between ns electrons and n-1 d electrons. And this hybrid orbitals allows to come and make the dative bond from the ligand. So, once the dative bond is formed, so number of unpaired electrons present in the complex makes this complex magnetic behavior. So, the number of unpaired electrons measured by the magnetic moment. How do you calculate magnetic moment? Mu is equal to root over n into n plus 2 Bohr magneton. If n is equal to 0, diamagnetic. If n is not equal to 0, paramagnetic. It is said to be diamagnetic. And mu is not equal to 0, it is said to be paramagnetic. Fine. So, that can be done with the help of some known properties, that is your magnetic properties. Fine. So, let us take the complex, and its magnetic moment is calculated, and based on that we rearrange the orbital to get its reliable hybridization. Bachcho, and I want to say, if the coordination number 2 sp, coordination number 3 sp2, and sp hona to linear geometry, and sp2 trigonal planar, generally that complexes are rare. And coordination number 4 and 6 are very famous. For it could be sp3 or dsp2. If it is dsp2 square planar, sp3 tetrahedral, and if it is going to be sp3, dsp2 and d3s. If it is dsp2, you have to use dx square and y square orbitals. Very important, very much important. Which of the following d orbital इस्तेमाल किया जाएगा ये जो hybridization देने में, right? And also d3s, dxy and dyz and dzx is going to be the orbitals. And please take a note of this. And also, if it is a coordination number 5, it could be sp3d or dsp3 as well. And coordination number 4 and coordination number 6 are very important. Let us talk about this coordination number 6. It could be d2sp3 or it could be sp3d2. If it is d2sp3, sp3d2 doesn't matter, they are going to use dz square, dx square and y square, or the set of orbitals are going to be used. Okay, sp3d2, 4s, 4p and 4d, and D2sp3, D, 3d, 4s and 4p. Okay, so of course the geometry is going to be octahedral. Are you getting or not, bacho? Clear? Fine. And moving ahead here, let us talk about the nickel tetrachloridonickelate. And experimentally, first Bohr magneton, 2.5 Bohr magneton. So that if you use root over n into n plus 2. So 2.5 is equal to root over 2 into 2 plus 2. Okay. So n into n plus 2, on solving n is equal to 2 मिलेगा. So 2 unpaired electron. So 2 unpaired electron आने के लिए आप इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन रीअरेंज करना पड़ता है. निकल 2 plus 3d8 4 p0 4s0, and this is going to be d Cl minus is going to be a weak ligand, so that outer orbitals are being used, so that 2 unpaired electrons are present. Based on that, you can identify n is equal to 2. Are you getting or not? So that yes, p3 hybridization takes place. 2 s orbitals and 3 p orbitals. Any doubt? I am scoring less marks in mock test in NEET movies ki. So getting a less marks in mock test means, it doesn't mean that you are not deserved to get a score in your NEET 2026. So you identify exactly where you are missing. So गलतियां भी कर सकते हैं, गलतियां कहाँ से कर रहा है, कौन सा सब टॉपिक से कर रहा है, and you pick this simple subtopics and you can just do some extra questions based on that, and you just identify the pattern where you are going wrong. So that is self-diagnosis. Okay, in the description box, INA is there, and you can just click it and you can just tell your problems, and INA is an automated system. It can talk to you and it can tell you where exactly you are missing. It is AI, Sri Chaitanya Academy, Infinity Lane AI tool is there. You can also use that. Okay. So all the students, please use it, and this is for better. And you have a create your own test is also there. Just check this video description, links are there, you can use it. It is all useful for you. We are not asking you to come and join in our course and all, right? I am not selling anything here. We are doing this for students. हम बच्चों के लिए कुछ भला करने का कोशिश कर रहा हूँ. Okay, just take the advantage, and also you just see what exactly you can do the best. You can just like the session and subscribe to the channels. Channel का rating बढ़ जाता है तो बच्चों के लिए कुछ और हम कर सकते हैं. Are you getting or not? So getting less marks in mock test is not at all a problem. You revise yourself and repair yourself. What do you say? What do you say? Now moving ahead, और एक example है. So it is going to be sp3 tetrahedral in shape and Bohr magnetic moment. If no unpaired electrons are this, a nickel tetracyanide, tetracyanonickelate 2. So experimentally it is 0, it is no unpaired electrons are there. So let us take the electronic configuration. Let us take the electronic configuration. After rearranging 3d8, 1 electron, or this is missing here, sorry. Inner d orbital after rearranging. So Cl minus being a strong ligand, so that it can forcibly can come and take the inner orbital, so that it is going to form dsp2, right? Hope you understand. So if it is a weak ligand, inner orbital or low spin complex, and if it is a strong field ligand, if it is a weak field ligand, outer orbitals and high spin complexes. So always keep this thing in your mind and you can do the best. So dsp2 square planar, okay, inner orbital complex is going to be formed. Are you getting or not clear? Fine. That's good बच्चों. And moving ahead, inner orbital complex होता है क्या? In the complex formation, the inner d orbitals इस्तेमाल किया जाएगा. Okay, movies Okay, I don't know your name, that's why I'm just calling you like this. So your doubt has been clarified. Those who are online, please, if you have any doubts, please let us know. I'm going to give with my experience the best suggestion for you. And talking about in the complex formation, outer d orbitals are also being used for hybridization, and also you can say CONH3 3 plus. In that case, it is a coordination number 6 वाला है, and experimentally magnetic moment is 0 दिख रहे हैं. 0 का मतलब क्या? नो अनपेयर्ड इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. देखो कोबाल्ट का 3 प्लस ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट में 3d6 4s0 4p0 होगा, एंड 3d6 रीअरेंज करने के बाद, बिकॉज हियर साइनाइड अमोनिया इज अ स्ट्रॉन्ग फील्ड लिगैंड. ओके, and sir, how do I know it is a strong ligand or a weak ligand? I'll tell you. आप स्पेक्ट्रोकेमिकल सीरीज CFT से आप ले सकता हूँ, and you take in general for VBT, halogens and water are said to be weak ligands, and of course any cyanides and ammonia and carbon monoxide is said to be a strong field ligand. Okay, so electron pairs are given to the central atom to give from the NH3. So inner orbitals are being used and it forms a low spin complex, ताकि इसका diamagnetic होगा, octahedral geometry बढ़ जाता है. Okay बच्चों, any doubt please let us know. And you can say coordination number 6 COF6 3 minus hexafluoridocobaltate 3. In that case, you are going to see experimentally 4.9 Bohr magnet on here. Okay, so mu is equal to root over n into n plus 2, and 4.9 is equal to root over 4 into 4 plus 2. n is going to be 4. So n4 आने के लिए अब कोबाल्ट का इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन अब बाहर से बाहर पकड़ के जाना पड़ता है बेटा, so that you are going to get 1 2 3 4. So sp3d2 hybridization it takes place, outer orbital complex hybridization takes place, and it form octahedral geometry, sp3d2 hybridization. Hope you understand. Hope you understand. Anyone from Karnataka? Okay, so after NEET June 21st, I am going to give you the strategies. So I want to pull up from the medical colleges list and expected scores from the Karnataka state, Tamil Nadu state, Haryana, Punjab, okay, Jaipur, okay, and all UP maximum. You are going to focus on UP side more. Okay, study boy, love it. So monsoon supposed to enter in Karnataka. Okay, by the time you write your NEET 2021, you will be in the monsoon, right? A week or 2 weeks you are going to get this monsoon. Of course, while I am saying about the monsoon, right now it is a too hot summer. Stay hydrated. Your health is also important, and your health and physical health, mental health is the game maker for ReNEET examination, because I don't have so you don't have, what is that, Maniar? I can't understand what you ask. Okay, hi Saujanya ready? Hello. And if you have any doubts, please let us know. We are going to conduct all the strategy sessions after NEET examination. Before going for that, you can ask any academic doubts. We are going to engage you in academics only. So limitations of VBT, it involves a lot many of assumptions better. Okay, and it does not give a quantitative relation between the magnetic moment. Okay, and also it does not explain the color. It explains merely something about magnetic moment data, but it is not quantified. Okay, and also 1 minute. Can you revise all NCERT this time, study boy? We revised NCERT inorganic reactions in previous session. These are all complex compounds NCERT revision. Every day NCERT revision is happening in our channel. Please subscribe the channel so that you will be having, when the session is going to happen, you are going to get a notification. Fine? Study boy. Here also all students, okay. Maniyar, what do you want to say here? I don't have. What is that? Bolo, please. Kya bolu mein? Now talking about, it does not give a quantitative relation for the thermodynamic and the kinetic stabilities of the complex. And it does not have the exact predictions regarding the tetrahedral and the square planar complex. So thank you very much, bye. And it does not distinguish between the weak field ligand and a stronger field ligand. We use, you are from Narayana College Academic Forge, okay, fine, welcome, okay, welcome, anybody in this session or welcome, okay. Now, and we use a strong ligand and weak ligand in this channel and in this VBT, and we don't distinguish. VBT has no proper explanation between which is a strong ligand, which is a weak ligand. All colleges are the best, okay, because the college is best is not like that, it is about the teacher, right? Yeah, VBT and MOT, okay, VBT talks about just magnetic movement, just fundamental hybridization, while molecular orbital theory talks about the wave function quantum mechanical approach of the atom, while the crystal field theory talks about the bond between the central metal and the ligand is purely electrovalent and it is said to be ionic bond. So Chaitanya, fine, you understand? So when you have a question in front of you, that much basic knowledge if you have, you can handle that question. I don't want to intervene about any out of academics level questions, okay. I only discuss in this channel. I said in this channel we are not selling anything, we are not promoting anything, no advertisements and all. We are giving genuine subject discussion, and any motivation, any best advices, any directions I need to give for the NEET or any medical college regarding that. I don't want to talk about this coaching center and that coaching center, which is not our actual context. Okay, beta, fine, fine. Hope you understand the decency grounds of these sessions. Okay, so I like it. I like the discussions you want to work regarding academics, so not controversies things. I said May 3rd examination has been cancelled. Okay, I am not discussing here why it is cancelled, how it is cancelled, who is responsible for that. My duty and our duty is, yes, cancelled, let it be. Of course, it is unfortunate, and let us rise for ReNEET that happens to be June 21. Agree with me? How many of you agree with me? Tell me. How many of you agree with me? Right. Bacho, come on. Let's talk about here crystal field theory. In this crystal field theory, it is electrostatic model. I mean to say the bond between the metal and the ligand is said to be a point charges or ions. It is ionic bond. So if it is anion, okay, so it is a direct point charges. If it is a neutral molecule, there is a partial negative charge, there is a partial positive charge. Is the point charges, okay, point dipoles and point charges. And you see the transition metal that is present as a central atom in the complex. Okay, in NCERT reading necessary for organic chemistry, Saujanya Reddy, it is absolutely required, non-negotiable. Reading NCERT is non-negotiable. Fine. And moving ahead here, so the isolated gaseous metal atom, all 5d orbitals have the same energy. Okay, and when this degeneracy is still maintained as long as ligand approaches to the central atom. So, and once the central atom is coming, its average energy थोड़ा सा बढ़ जाता, बस इतना ही है. The moment the ligand is directly approached, the degeneracy is lost. So I have a doubt in the physics and chemistry or physical chemistry. Okay, be clear. If you have a doubt in physics, you just connect to the physics teacher, and if you have a doubt in physical chemistry, you can ask us. Okay, fine. And you can see here, either anions or the negative end dipolar molecules like ammonia and water, and when there is a negative field due to the ligand in the complex, and you're going to see it symmetrical, and the degeneracy of the d orbitals are going to be lost and split into two set of d orbitals, that is going to be T2g orbitals and Eg orbitals. So when these d orbitals are having the same energy, average energy is increased, and it is going to be split into two set of orbitals, that is going to be T2g and Eg orbitals, and between these two it is called Barry's center line. And I want to tell you, how can we find the molecular formula of any compound? Molecular formula of the compound can be calculated from empirical formula. Empirical formula can be calculated if you know the percentage of each element in that. And this molecular formula can be calculated from empirical formula by taking the empirical formula into n gives rise to molecular formula. Hope you understand. Clear? And also you can see the crystal field split depends upon the field produced by ligand and the metal ions. Fine. If you have any doubts, so please ask us. So I don't have any hesitation to give the answer for you. Okay, talking about the depends crystal field splitting. So the gap between the energies of these two is said to be crystal field splitting energy. Okay, and it depends on the ligand and the metal ion. Some ligands are able to produce strong field ligand. If it is a weak field ligand, you are going to get low or CFSE. Okay, and if it is strong field ligand, it is going to give a lot of gap between these two. Understand, this is a strong field ligand and this is going to be weak field ligand. So you understand this. And how to fill the electrons in it? You see, first electron, second electron, third electron, fourth electron, fifth electron, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th. That's it. Follow Hund's rule. And if you want to do this, first electron, second electron, third electron, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, and ninth and 10th. So you have to rule out the Hund's rule and you have to do. Okay, splitting will be smaller, splitting will be so larger in the strong field ligand. Okay, fine. So if you have this mind game, you can just handle the crystal field splitting theory like anything. Hope you understand. So here generally ligands are arranged in increasing order of field strength, that is given as spectrochemical series. So that spectrochemical series that is given in the NCERT follows like this. Do we have to memorize this? Do we have to memorize this? Of course, merely half memory is sufficient, but I want to give you a trick in that. You can see here in the spectrochemical series, these are all generally up to EDTA generally considered as strong ligands, rest of them is going to be a weak ligand. But in this case, C donor is stronger ligand. C donor is stronger ligand, and you can take N donor and O donor and halogen donor. This is the strength of the spectral chemical series of the ligands, and you can see these are all considered to be strong ligands, and these are all considered to be weak ligands, including water. So you take water, including water, anything before that is a weak ligand, anything after that is considered to be a strong ligand. And also pattern of increasing sigma donation, halide donors and oxygen donors, nitrogen donors and carbon donors. Take this as a trick. If you know the structure of the ligand, you can do the best. Okay, understand, clear? That's good, perfect. And so crystal field splitting in octahedral complex, tetrahedral complex and square planar complex, but octahedral complex is काफी important है, right bottom? And moving ahead here, in a coordination entity, 6 ligands surrounded the metal atom, there will be a repulsion. So electronic repulsions among the d orbitals and the charge repulsions among the ligands, right? And you can also see when the metal d orbital is directed towards the ligand, will have the more repulsion, will have the more energy, and they experience more repulsion, high energy, dx square y square dg square. When anyway away from the ligand, if you see the metal d orbitals, less repulsion, energy decreases with respect to the d orbital, dxy, yz and zx. Can we find the molecular formula by crisscross? If the elements are given, you can do it. Okay, that is a complete classical method and it is elementary level. Okay, now moving ahead here, if you see the free metal ions and the average energy is increased, and you can say dxy, yz and zx, these set of orbitals experience less energy, t2g orbitals, and the x square and the y square and the z square orbitals experiences more energy, they are said to be eg orbitals, and the difference between the t2g orbitals, eg orbitals, that is called octahedral crystal field splitting energy. And you will be having a barycenter 2/5 of CFSC-O octahedral, and it is going to be 3/5 CFSC octahedral, fine. And also you can see if it is for the D4 configuration, so 2 possible electronic distributions are there. 2 possible electronic distributions are there. One is T2G4, another one is EG3, T2G3, EG1. This happens, this possibility is happens in the strong field ligand. This possibility happens on the weak field ligand. And this completely explains the color and the magnetic moment. If you find the number of unpaired electrons, you can calculate the magnetic moment. If you find unpaired electrons between T2G and EG orbitals, they are going to absorb some specific wavelength in the visible region, and the complementary wavelength is going to be transmitted, so that the complex is said to become colored, otherwise it is going to be colorless. Find the basic radicals and acidic radicals. You can do, if the acidic radical, basic radicals are given, you can do by crisscross method. And moving ahead here, D4 configuration, you can see, so 4th electron will undergo pairing in T2G orbitals in the presence of weak ligand, and you can see here 2 possibilities. If crystal field splitting energy is less than pairing energy, okay, crystal field splitting energy is greater than pairing energy. This happens simply in our language, strong ligand, strong field ligand, and it is happens in the case of weak field ligand, weak field ligand. Okay, now you can say stability of the complex, and stability of the complex is directly proportional to CFSE and is directly proportional to oxidation state. So for the same metal ion, same ligand, the fixed coordination number, the CFS is directly proportional to oxidation state. So these are the noteworthy points that you can directly use for your NEET examination. What do you say? Clear? And also, if you say it is a strong field ligand, so 4 minus Fe is going to say plus 2 oxidation state, Fe is going to say plus 3 oxidation state in this complex. So as oxidation state increased, the high CFSC is there, so due to high delta O. And in the case of nature of ligand, okay, strong field ligand SFL and a weak field ligand WFL. Weak field ligand will have less CFSC and strong field ligand will have more CFSC, right? And because the strength of the ligand can vary delta O of the complex. And also for the strong field ligand CO-NH3, NH3 is strong field ligand, CFSC CO-NH3 6 3 plus will be greater as compared to COF6 3 plus 3 minus. Why? Because it is a weak field ligand, less value. Are you getting or not? And also you can see geometry of the complex. In the geometry on the complex, order of CFSC, square planar crystal field splitting energy complexes have more CFSC than octahedral than tetrahedral. So this can help you to find the MCQs from NEET examination. Hope you understand, bacho. And like that we can have so many questions based on this. And let us practice in the Telegram channel also. We are providing some questions, you can do it. And in the last days of this preparation, still lot of time is available, and you can do the best. Okay, believe in yourself. NEET is already completed, you are rewriting it, so just revise it and restart the game, re-rise, and take this as an opportunity to improvise the score as compared to the cancelled NEET examination. So I am done from my side. Signing off, Suresh, Faculty of Chemistry from Sri Chaitanya Academy, Infinity Learn NEET YouTube channel. Thank you. Please like the session, share with your friends, subscribe to this channel and press the bell button, so थोड़ा आगे आने वाले के क्लासेस का आपको पता होगा. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.